A little demo of the Uni T UT210E. Good afternoon, YouTube. Here on a Tuesday afternoon at 2:09 in the afternoon. As promised, I am back with the. Let me get this over here a little bit. With the Uni T UT210E. Try some out. First thing I want to try is the voltage readings. Basically, this is the standard that Bob Givens sent me, and as you may recall, it's a 10, 5, and a 2.5 voltage standard. So that's the thing we're going to be using, and I'm going to try to get this propped up in a way that I can give you an idea of what it reads while I'm doing it. Hopefully. I think you can, hopefully you can see that. Let's see if we can get down a little bit closer to it. There we go. I think you can see that. And negative goes on this side. Well, naturally it'll have to be right in the way, everything. Alright. Now this is the, I think the 10 is here. There it is, 10 volts. On the nose. This is the 5 volts on the nose, and 2.5 on the nose. That's that part of it's very accurate. Happy about that. I think next thing we'll do is I want to measure some current, but the thing of it is it's going to be hard to do because if it's an AC type thing, it's going to be on a cord, and it's got, you know, both the neutral and the hot side on the cord, and you can't do that. You got to have one wire going through there. So let me set that up, and we'll see what we can find out about that. So I'll be right back. All right, for this test, I think what we're going to do is just check the capacitance function of the meter, and I have a 0.01. These are the safety caps I got for the Japanese radio, and they're fresh out of the bag there. Let me hook that up real quick. There we go. 10.1, I guess that's the nanofarads, I think, is how that reads on the meter. So that would be pretty accurate in itself, and I'm pleased with that. So that's close enough for me. For, you know, the number of times these functions that I'm measuring now, probably this thing will never be used for. But at the same time, I think it says something about the accuracy of the meter if it does read those, in fact. So for our amperage test, I have these leads here. And now I've got to find out something to power. I've got my DC power supply over there, ready to put some voltage to whatever it is, and I got to figure out something to power. Probably a radio or something, I'm thinking. Let me see what I got, and I'll be right back. Alright, back with you once more. I have the wire inside inserted into the clamp. I have a 615 ohm is what it measures. It's a 600 ohm resistor. I have basically 61.5 volts on it, which is 615. Should be 1 amp. According to the amp or the meter on the power supply, it is pretty much right on 0.1, which is 1 milliamp. This one's kind of back and forth on what it's reading. It's close. It's pretty close, I would say. So, you know, I'm not gonna dispute it too much, because that meter on the power supply is bouncing from 0.1 to 0.09, so that'd be pretty close, I'd say. So I'm happy about that. This is a DC amperage, obviously, so it does work. Kind of neat. I like that. So stop here and go from something else. Well, I was going to give you another demonstration of the AC on this, but apparently I popped the fuse in the variac trying to run the heater, The last thing I think I seen was 7 something amps on the variac, and I think it's only got a 5 amp fuse in there, 4 or 5. So that was effort and futility. I'll have to replace that. I think I have some left. I don't know really for sure. I think I bought several. I'll have to do that. Obviously going to have something a little bit lighter current draw than that heater. So anywho, that's what I'm going to try to find for you, is something I can measure some. You know, I'm trying to do this with the variac because I can use these wires here, you know, so I can have my single wire going through it, and that's what I need. So that's what we'll look for. So let me try to find that, and I'll come back one more time. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up. I have blew the fuse. I don't know if I told you that or not. I can't remember. But I tried to hook the heater up through the variac, and it worked for a little bit, but then it got around 7 amps and blew the fuse. And I know I have fuses for that, but I cannot find them. I have spent, it's now 6:16 in the evening. I spent a good portion of that time looking for the fuses, and I have not found them. So I think what I'm going to do is order a circuit breaker for that, because I'm getting a little bit tired of having to replace fuses on it. With a circuit breaker, all you do is push the circuit breaker in and reset it. That's it. So that's the better way to go, I do believe. In the meantime, while looking for the fuse, I found both of my not 5 to 9 volt step-up transformer and the 5 to 12 volt step-up transformer. So now I have both of those. I've been looking for the 12 volt for a long time. I've had the 9 volt. That's why I marked it on the package, so I'd know instantly what it was. So, you know, I have that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to be using them for something. Anywho, I did find those. So I'm not going to sit here and talk a long time. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you.